You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, peoples, wives. Sorry. Just what it is.
Peoples.
Yeah. Welcome to Monday. How's everybody doing today? We hope you had a spectacular weekend, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Chris? How are
What
you?
up, man?
Hello from Vegas.
I apologize.
Frank says I'm driving right now. Well, thanks, Frank. Thanks for letting us know that. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Good evening, Dave. Hold on. You're slipping, Frank. That's because he's driving right now. Samuel says, I'm first.
You win.
Lucky. I don't know what he wins, but he wins. Good day, everyone, and welcome to the show. Monday is fun day. Not really. Stuff from the beach. Adam's on vacation this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. We go on vacation next week. He's probably at like Atlantic City chilling on the beach. Because that's such an awesome beach.
It is?
He's not. I'm joking. Hey guys, what's up? Not much. It's just a Monday.
Right.
It's just a Monday. Hello from Houston, Texas.
Texas.
What is happening? How was your weekend? How was your Sunday? Let me rephrase that.
Yes, exactly.
You hate calling
How
it a
is your
weekend.
day off?
Yeah, your day, singular.
Singular. That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Work a lot,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah, it sucked, basically.
Hey,
you
yeah.
can just say what it is. It was a lot of wasted day.
yeah.
So
What about you? What you did?
I was just like yours. It sucked. It was just a lot of wasted day. Just had a bunch of errands to run because we're going to be out of town next weekend. So just getting ready for being out of town.
Yeah.
Again, Maryland ocean scene. Didn't know that was a thing. Now I do. What's up from Australia? Hey, what's up, Big Dave? Lifting a tire.
Look at that.
I know.
Big Dave.
Hello, guys. Monday. Let's shake off the Monday blues. No Monday blues here, man. No Monday blues. Looking forward to Tuesday, followed by Wednesday. Chasing up Thursday. Can't wait for Friday. Saturday's going to be great. That's all I have to say. What's up from Los Angeles? I called your shop. Some lady answered and said that there's no Dean. There's nobody does you. And nobody does YouTube videos. You probably didn't call the right shop then because there are no ladies here.
Yep.
It's 727
216
6170 is the number to get a hold of Paul.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's never a female answering the phone.
Never.
Monday, bah humbug. What's so bad about Monday? I like Monday. I mean, it doesn't.
Really?
I mean, the reality. Yeah, why not? I mean, the reality is we have to work every day as it is. So why does it matter whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Sunday? I mean,
it's Monday, dude.
It's just another day. It doesn't.
From Sunday, you're like, I just need one more day.
No, not anymore. I mean, after as many years of doing this as it's just whatever. I mean, I want more time, but it's just what it is. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but I've learned to accept the suck. Hey guys, just have a quick question. Where do you get your bullet connectors from? So right now we buy them from Metro. However, we have gotten them off Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So you just red bullet connectors. Amazon actually, I think we are going to graduate back to Amazon because I think they have them for a better price.
Oh really?
I think so, but we have to get through all the ones that you bought.
I just got one.
Yeah, well you
just got them.
Yeah, so we have he ordered the wrong thing.
I ordered
the wrong size.
No.
You ordered 10 bags of the wrong size. So we had to buy 10 bags of the wrong size and the
different females.
So once we've done that, I think because we sampled some Amazon ones and I was pretty happy with those.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to transition out back to Amazon, which is sad, I know, but whatever. I know. Howdy from New Orleans.
Ooh.
Hello from New Zealand.
What's on New Zealand?
I hope it's not hot. I hope it's not too hot there because it's completely opposite here.
It's super hot in here.
It is your winter time. You in Australia getting the winter on, and it is very sweaty, ballsy weather right now.
Yes.
But the universal thing is it's pretty much that everywhere, which is great. So, the reality is when Florida really shines, I guess, is when the wintertime rolls around, because it never gets truly cold here by northern standards. We're over here freezing because it's 50. And they're up there like, bro, it's like negative 15. And we're like,
sucks to be you, but
I mean, it's 50. We're cold.
no.
I don't know what to tell you. It's just what it is. Is it better to have amps to each sub or one powering two subs? Ooh. That's a good question. I prefer, and I've thought about this a lot. So should I have a left and right sub amp or two big sub amps? I like one big sub amp. Okay, that's my personal preference. I don't know if it's better, but that's what I like. I like one big power supply, one big sub amp. I feel it's probably not more efficient, but I feel like it is more efficient just because I'm only dealing with, like one power supply as opposed to two separate amplifiers. But no, plus I just like big amplifiers. That's really what it is. But
yeah,
I don't think it. That's me. It's me. It's Tuesday here at 8:33.
It's not them, it's you.
There you go. Big Dave's living in the future over there in Australia. Totally understand. Okay, so let's kind of cut through a little bit now that we've all said hi. We got some homework that we got to do as always. It's a Monday show, so let's head over to the 12-volt Clean Wire Club. Woo! Yay! There it is. Fernando.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the name of the person for this one?
Well, so this one was kind of weird because somebody shared the picture of the whole shop or the whole store. I don't know what it was.
It does look cool.
Ben shared that, so I think that they did a great job. Whoever did it, it did a great job.
So it's funny because one of the comments, I was reading some of the comments, and one of the guys talks about it's great. The only complaint I have is the 12-volt is upside down. It's backwards.
Yeah,
like because the G, going by direction.
Yeah.
But if you look at the top of the page where there's another ground and another 12-volt.
Yeah,
it's identical.
Mm-hmm.
So. Technically, it is the right way because he's put it on both that way. And what he might be doing is going by the direction of current flow. Depending on which guy you talk to, current flows from the negative back in through the positive, not the other way around, like a lot of people assume. Most people argue that it flows this way. And if that is the case...
What?
Yeah, I know, it gets confusing. But either way, my point is that technically... they're both correct. He's got it right because there's So good job.
For the vision perspective, yes.
And this
I
is
would
being
flip it.
Whatever. This is being brought to you by the fine folks at D&F Tool Drawer. Do you need an IRTA2? Do you want to see the electricals of your speaker? Do you want to see what is coming over? Do you want to see sound with your eyeballs? That's what the IRTA is designed to do, and it allows you to do it with two channels, so you can see things such as all-pass filters, delay, equalization, low pass filters, high pass filters, fake engine noise, and just to name a few, a lot of things. And it is also Android and iPhone compatible because there's finally an Android app. So, hey, head over there, pick yourself up one, whatever turns you on. But anyways, thank you. And if you'd like to be featured on the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, then all you have to do is enter. So do something awesome and put a picture of it.
Something awesome.
And Fernando will possibly say yay. Go ahead and get your comments in, guys, because we're going to start answering those here in a second. But before we do that, before we get to those, let's pull up the first sponsor of the show, which is this guy here. We'll do this. Everybody ever heard of this company called Arc Audio? Do you need an 8-channel DSP for your car with an amplifier attached to it, all built in one? Something clean, cool, and sexy with, 100 watts per channel?
Yeah.
12 channels of DSP. That means it has 4 channels of output.
Yes.
Compact size that you could possibly put anywhere in the vehicle, under a seat, behind a panel, on top of a trunk lid. Is that what you're looking for? Well, if it is, you might want to head over to arcaudio.com and check out their small little Blackbird. That's right. This guy here is an 8-channel amplifier that'll easily fit anywhere in your vehicle with a 12-channel DSP that can do all the things that you possibly want. I mean, what more compact design could you have instead of this? I mean, this thing will fit anywhere. I mean, if you had wheels on it, you could probably roll it down the street like a surfboard or a skateboard. You know, one of those.
A skateboard.
Yeah, one of those bigger ones, though. You know, the ones the hippies all have.
Yeah.
Of course, now they all have wheels and batteries. But anyways, I mean, could you not look at that? I mean, this is the best you're gonna find.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you could just use this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That
Probably
one too.
just go with this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, if you'd like to learn about all that and more, head over to arcaudio.com. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do some questions.
All right.
It's what we live for.
That's really?
I feel people think that.
Huh.
Need a haircut. Guys, I have a 01 Toyota Tacoma. I have a Stinger High 10. Is that choice the correct one? Your opinion is greatly appreciated. The Stinger High 10 is an exceptional radio and will probably go into that Toyota fairly easily and look fantastic. It's a very nice radio, and the fact that you got one right now is pretty cool because they're hard to get. That is for sure. They had a blowout sale on them, and now they're difficult to find. Go figure, right? Discount all of them and sell a whole bunch, and then you have no more inventory.
Perfect.
Yeah, makes total sense. But no, the High 10 is a great radio. You're going to love it.
There you go.
2022 Honda Accord Sport Hybrid. Do I need to keep a kicker key lock and a key 200.4 going bi-amp with mid-level focals in the front and entry-level focals in the rear? Car can only go 30 amp fuse rating. I mean, I would keep the key lock. Do I need both a kicker key lock? I mean, I would definitely keep the key lock. Do you need both? I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, I would. I would definitely. I would definitely do that.
There you go.
Maximize your potential for better success. The key lock doesn't draw that much current, so you'll still be under your 30 amp rating. I don't know why you only need 30 amps because I mean it's a hybrid, so it's got a 12-volt battery in it, so you should be fine. 21 Camaro, Bose system.
Sorry.
He's going to cough throughout the whole show. He hasn't coughed all day. The show starts, now he's...
I don't know. It's
like, what the
something.
heck? Okay, Bose system. Curious about Focal Flax Evo versus Focal Access. There's no curiosity there. Plan to power with an AC, that's audio control, D6-1200. Is that a good amp DSP for those? Any 12-inch subs recommendations that would blend well? Okay, so the difference between a Flax and an Access is the night and day. The Flax are double the money. The Flax also are built in France. They are not built in the Orient. Just say that. They're both designed by Focal. However, the Flax, the second one that they build in France. If you're looking for something actually between the like it goes Access, slate fiber, then Flax. Ooh, right?
Yep. And
with the Camaro, either one would work. The slate fiber only comes in a mid-range and a tweeter or a coaxial. That's it. They don't. So that would still work in your Camaro. But it's a totally different speaker. It's a totally different design. Not the same animal. If you have the budget, I would definitely go up to the slate fiber or the Flax. Way nicer speaker. The D6-1200 is plenty of power for those. Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to do that. As far as the subwoofer, Audio Control makes subwoofers. They make the Spike and the Space series, and they come in loaded enclosures. It's really nice. Stay tuned later in the show, and we'll show you the Space and its loaded box, which is fantastic. So we'll get to that when they become the sponsor. Next. Hey, guys. Today we went to Legoland. It was pretty good. Tomorrow we'll be back to the beach. Very nice.
Very nice.
Never been to Legoland. Have you been to Legoland?
Yes.
I've never been to Legoland. It's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
Considering how much like Legos. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, you yes.
I love me the Legos.
Yeah,
but no, never been.
You should go.
Okay. All right. Next one.
All right.
2021. Dude, you literally just put this one up.
Oh, did?
Come on, man. Pay attention, bro.
Oh. I probably did it twice.
Speaking of flax, anyone ever tried flaxseed oil? Like for your joints and stuff? No. No, but it's the same thing if that's what you're asking. The flax is made out of the plant that makes flaxseed oil. I'm thinking about upgrading my Alpine System 2022 Ram with an Alpine system. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm thinking about upgrading my Alpine System 2022 Ram with Alpine System. Okay. Can I upgrade my door speakers and amplify them, keeping the rest of the factory system? What's the best way to do it? Okay. So this is
All right, what kind of Alpine are we talking
Jesus
about?
help me. Okay. So first off, right? You have to integrate into the Alpine system. This is something we talk about, I feel like, every week now. You need an Amp Pro, or you need something that'll AR into it, either the DSR1 or the Arc Audio PSM Pro, which you see like right there with an AR. That is going to get you a preamp section. Okay, so if you try to go high level out of your radio and it's some kludgy ass high level to low level adapter, it's going to sound like dog crap, and you're going to be very disappointed. So you need to get a preamp. If you want something with a DSP so that you can re-DSP it, you're going to want the DSR1 or the PSM Pro from Arc Audio with the AR. Okay, that'll allow you to re-DSP it. If all you're looking to do is keep, like you said, all you want is just replace the door speakers and add an amp to those, then you're going to want the Amp Pro, because the Amp Pro requires you to keep the factory amplifier in place. So you would buy that, you would plug it in, T harnesses in, it's got 6-channel RCA outputs, and then you would come off of the front RCAs into your amplifier and then wire those up to the door speakers. Keep in mind when you decide to do that the door speakers are the subwoofers in the vehicle, so you will lose all your sub bass. However, you will have a full range signal going to it, which is nice. So if you decide to get like a pair of Alpine coaxials, you'll actually hear the tweeter. If you don't, you won't hear the tweeter because, like I just said, the speakers in the door are the subwoofers. But you will be losing all the bass response in the vehicle once you do this. So you'll need to add a subwoofer into the car in the back somewhere to regain all your bass, in which case you're going to come out of the subsection of the Amp Pro to power that part of it. So if you decide that sounds stupid, I'm just going to reamplify the door speakers, really go for it. You'll be equally disappointed because, like I said, those are subwoofers and they only play bass, and there isn't too many 6x9-inch subwoofers out there that'll actually fit in your vehicle, allow you to play anything. So if you like take out the factory speaker and put like a 6x9-inch 3-way coaxial whatever in there and hook it up, it's going to sound like crap. So if what you're describing you want to do, and that's what you're settling on, go buy the Pack Amp Pro. Go buy your amplifier, hook it up to the front outputs of the Pack Amp Pro. Everything else in the vehicle will still play the way it is. Just know you're going to lose all your bass, but you'll get whatever you want to happen in the front.
Yeah.
Yay. I know. A lot of fun.
Thank you, man. I would check that out for sure.
Do this next. Oh, where did it go? Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to happen. That totally sucked.
I don't know what you did.
I just changed the question you asked.
Okay, go for it.
I wasn't trying to go to Baba's question though. I experienced full-blown allergies for the first time after Slamology. While driving down to Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia.
Oh, dude, this is allergies for sure. It's like crazy.
I was going to do this one. Narrowed down to ARC and Audison DSP. Any preference? Decided against Museway and Zapco. I'm more familiar with the Arc Audio DSP at present, so I would probably, just from my own experience, lean towards that. That is not. They're both excellent, and if I had 10 minutes, I could probably know as much as I need to know about the Audison DSP to be dangerous. So, and I've worked with the Audison before. They're very nice. I really, it's up to you. I mean, play with them both. If you have to do any de-equalization, by far the Audison is easier. But if you don't have to do de-equalization, then no.
Yeah.
So. AudioFrog GB60 3-way versus Blam Signature Multi 3-way. What say you? What do they do well sound-wise? So those are two really different sounding speakers, I feel. The GB60 in my mind is one of the best mid-bass money can buy. Andy put a lot of work into them, as well as the other people that were involved in that. Guy, who has Blam, is also interesting cat. Used to work for Focal, got tired of that, and went off, started his own little company. It's hard to say. It's hard to sit there and say, "Oh, you need to go this way," and I'm not going to decide for you. I know which one I would buy. Which one would you buy?
Me?
Yeah.
The GBs.
I would buy the frogs too.
I would buy the GBs.
Yeah, it's nothing against that. I would buy
it's just
the frogs.
I heard the GBs, and I'm very impressed with how they sound. So, all right.
Mark's question can be more vague. What kind of speaker setup would give me good sound quality while also being pretty loud? Focal.
Yeah.
Focal. What?
Which one?
Focal. Okay, moving on. And if you'd like to know about Focal, head over to focal-america.com. Check them out. And those are the K2s. K2s are awesome.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris. Hi. What's up, Mel? Congratulations on the new job.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back down this way.
Ready?
Yeah. Throw it up there.
All right, go.
17 Sierra with Bose instead of Amp Pro. Is there an amp DSP that I could just run a high level to low level harness from Bose amp into it for signal? I would save money that I could put towards the amp and DSP. Thanks. So it's not that easy. Okay. You'd save money, but you would be spending. It's difficult. Okay. The reason why Amp Pros exist in the first place is to make your life easier, because it's not like a standard radio where you're just like, oh, it's going to power this speaker, it's going to power that speaker. No, there's summing involved where you have to take the signal from here to here. There's de-equalization involved. There's fixing the signal, which is another nightmare in itself. Like, just because you have to have a DSP that can deal with all pass filters. If you're trying to do like delay and add a center image, like, you have to deal with that. If you don't want to, then you're okay, golden. But there's no, like, you're going to have a DSP anyways, because you're taking out the DSP.
Yeah.
So the question you ask yourself is this: do I want to be louder, or do I want to sound good? If all I'm looking to do is be louder, then just go buy an amplifier, connect it up, go like speakers. So whatever speaker's in the dash, buy a really good version of that. So if it's got a 2.5 in the dash, buy a 2.5. If it's got a tweeter, put a tweeter. If it has a 2.5, don't put a tweeter, because it's not going to work. You go like for like. So if there's a 2.5 here and a 6x9 down there, go buy some really nice 2.5s. Go buy some 6x9s. Get yourself a 6 or 7 channel amplifier. Make it loud. And that's all it'll do. The surround will stay the same. The equalization will stay the same, and it'll just be loud. But it'll be EQ'd for the Bose speakers and not the ones you got, because you didn't EQ it. Now, if you go, oh, well, no, that's why I was talking about getting a DSP. All right, well, not all DSP amplifiers. Like, now you have to buy a whole nother level of DSP amplifier, and you have to have the ability to use it, which even becomes more fun. Not saying that you can't or you don't know how. You might. But it is a lot more work. That's why the Amp Pro kind of exists. So, and now with Metra finally coming out with their version of the Amp Pro for the newer GM vehicles / pickup trucks, life has become a whole lot better, because we now can easily do those, which are a god-awful nightmare. So,
but I would say it's a 2017 Sierra,
because they don't make a dash kit.
Really?
Yeah. So Metra makes a dash kit. I don't think they have a wiring harness yet. It's coming. That's another.
Because that would solve a lot of problems.
I think it's 4 months. I think we got like 4 months. Oh yeah, naturally. I mean, I would just
It's
slap
like,
a new radio because they had the high 10 conversion to go into that,
yeah,
but they haven't come out
it's
with the harness yet. So like Pack has a
27.
harness
Damn.
coming. Yeah, I know, but
Jeez.
yeah, I know that's definitely and Metra has a dash kit for it, but I don't think they have the harness yet. So, but yeah, I'd be pulling that radio out in a
Yeah.
minute. That'll save you money.
All right, you say what is that?
What is what? Focal?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I
that.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Just,
All right. Oh, you're.
I know.
He's being funny.
There you go, man.
2021 Toyota Camry Nambo 6-speaker system. Please provide me with a rundown and equipment I need to achieve great sound.
Focal.
I want to do front, rear, and sub. Okay. So here's the deal. Great sound is in the eye, in the ear of the listener. Okay, so you guys ask all the same questions, which is cool, and we try to answer them in new and unique ways. Here's the deal with integrating into a factory vehicle, and I don't care what factory vehicle it is; they're all the same. The first thing you have to do when keeping the factory radio in a 2021 Camry right now, I think you have to, because you do. You might be able. Actually, I think in the 2021 Camry, I want to say Metra, I think, finally came out with the dash kit, so you can put one of the L chassis Alpines, because the new Kenwins haven't existed yet. But either way, let's say we're just going to deal with that radio, and that's what we're going to integrate into, because it's Nambos. Toyota has been using all-pass filters in the radio since the 90s. Okay, now you're going, what? You guys keep saying all-pass filter. What is that? What does it do? It's an inverted frequency. So let's say we'll pick a random number of, let's say, 120 hertz. They flip the frequency. Okay, they flip the phase. I'm sorry. So they flip the phase at 120 hertz. So anything that goes there automatic, and what it does is it creates a center image, but not center. It just moves the sound over 10 inches, which makes the sound kind of sound like it's not coming from the corner of the car. It's coming from above the gauge cluster, or it's coming from the airbag. Okay, that's the idea behind it. All right, and it's just designed to give you a bigger, more full, more enriched sound. That's why they have put bigger speakers in the dash as opposed to tweeters. Because with tweeters, you really don't get the benefit of these filters. Yeah, so they do make a dash kit for it in Metro. So replacing the radio does make. But there again, you might have the big 8-inch radio. Why would you want to do that? All right. So now you have to look at it and go, okay, what do I want to do? If all I want to do is add some speakers and make it louder, then just add some speakers, add an amplifier, and make it louder. It's going to be tuned for the speakers that you had previous, which means maybe it'll sound good, maybe it won't. And the image will be where it's at, more or less. So you'll just be like, and that's what we did for a long, long time, right? That's the whole 80, all the way up to sometime in the 2000s. That's what we did. Every now and then we put a little sliding EQ in the dash and make it sound better, or we'd adjust our bass and treble. And people were happy. People were happy, okay, because they didn't know any better. And they were just like, this is cool. Now we know a little bit more, and we're like, we can see what these things are doing, because it's cheaper now to have tools that we can thus look at what these sound engineers are doing. So we have electrical RTAs and acoustical RTAs and DSPs that have these things built into them, so we can see what is going on. And we can go, holy crap, that's why we can never get these things to sound good. Well, that sucks. So I'll give you a rundown on the equipment you need to achieve great sound. The great sound is done with a clean source, hands down, all right? So how do I get a clean source? You put a new radio in it, okay? Or use something that isn't the radio that's in it. Because anytime I have to integrate, no matter how good the integration is, I'm always going to be limited by the source unit, which is the factory radio. Even if I go out and I buy the best equipment, if I buy the Electromedia Audison amplifiers, if I buy the Arc Audio, if I buy the Moscone or the Helix, I'm still integrating into the factory radio. I would still be limited by the factory radio. It doesn't matter how amazing this equipment I buy is, I still can only shine that turd so much. But now I have to have a tool that will allow me to do it, which is those 4 brands. So Kicker makes the key lock. The key lock is designed to make life easy for us all, because it is a de-equalization circuit. 2-channel that you hook up to the front output of the radio, and it'll analyze the signal and it'll fix it. There are those brands that we just talked about that have those circuits built into them, but for some reason, none of them are as good as Kicker's. It's just what it is. Kicker does an awesome job. So we could take your factory radio, we can put a key lock on the front 2 channels, and we'll shine that output up as much as we can. We'll get it to kind of, look, it's glistening. And then we'll put a bunch of DSP and some really nice speakers, and we'll make it louder, and we'll EQ it, make it sound the best that we can. And 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't know unless I told you, like, you're missing something here. Okay, because you don't know. You don't. Most people don't have a reference. When we ask people, "Hey, what do you have for a reference?" What do you mean? Well, what do you have at home? I bought a sound bar from Walmart. It came with my TV. Or I have these really awesome Beats by Dre headphones. Or I just use the Apple earbuds. So they don't have you don't have a reference for what is actually sound quality. So we don't have to. We can lie. Yeah, it's going to sound great, and it will, because in your scale of things, it does sound great. Because you don't know. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
I have a really nice, expensive home audio speakers.
You do. You do have a really nice, expensive set of home audio speakers. Okay. So this is the problem we run into. That's why every customer, when we deal with them, we try to have that conversation. What are we trying to do? This morning, this Toyota showed up in the install bay. Okay. So I got here, and he had his system all picked out, ready to go. He's like, he got a killer deal on an audio control D51300 from Crutchfield. He wants to do a front stage upgrade. He wants the Morel 6x9 components for the front. He wants a Hertz shallow mount woofer for the back. He wants to keep his factory radio, and he's let's do this. And the first question Paul says to me is, do we want to have that conversation with him? I'm like, what conversation? And it was like, you mean the fact that he's going to try to amplify the factory radio? It's going to suck? He's like, yeah. All right, well, he knows. I just said it to him. He knows. And he's like, I knew you were going to say that. It's like, you knew I was going to say that. So needless to say, we're putting a Kenwood Exelon 958 in this, because he's like, I'm spending all this money. I want it to sound amazing. So what do I have to do? He's got a Toyota. He needs a new radio. So we're fixing the issue. So now he's got a 958 going off to that equipment. It's going to sound fantastic. He's like, he knew what he wanted. He's like, because he's listened to us talk a million times. He's like, I'm going with the Morels because I drive this a lot. I need something that's loud but not harsh. I want it to be mellow.
But, the funny part was, like, when you were talking to him, it was his face knew what you were going to say, but it's like, yes, I know. Okay.
Yeah. So. And it's okay. And there again, if you're going to go, like someone here says, have you used the DAP as a source yet? Not really, because that's not, no. Because
not that?
Yeah, DAP. No. And portable audio player is what he's saying.
Yes.
No, we or digital audio player. It hasn't caught on. Most people just want to use their phones. Most of the people that walk in are like, this is
like 90% of the people.
This is my DAP.
It's upside down.
I know. It's okay. So, anyways, that was a really long explanation. I apologize for that.
No, but that was great.
That was great. These are the things that go through our heads on a daily basis that we have to walk these people through. So Zune all the way. Oh yeah.
Zune?
Yeah, I used the Zune. Buried in the drawer. It's a keeper. It's a keeper for sure, because nobody else wants it. So
we still have an iPod.
So to get to that, the reality is the brands that we talk about in the show all the time are the ones we like. Okay, the 4 brands that I talked about, when I mentioned, the Helix, the Audison, the Focal Moscone, the Arc Audio, Audio Control, we mentioned them. These are all brands we like, we've used, we know how we know the results. Okay, but that doesn't, we've had guys that have come in with boxes of shit, and they've gotten them from wherever, and it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
The reality is if you're serious about it, try to find somebody local by you. Okay, find somebody in your area. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be good. Okay, but there's got to be at least one somewhere. Read the reviews. Go on to Instagram. Go to Facebook. See what they're putting out, and then go talk to them. Because if you run into any problems, those are going to be the guys who are going to have to help you. And if you live in an area where there's nobody, then possibly give Crutchfield a call, because
for sure.
They know what time it is.
Yeah.
They have an okay idea of what's going on. Sometimes you look at it and go, wait, what?
Yeah.
But other times they don't. So
yeah.
Jay's Tent in Dallas, along with Audio by Art in San Antonio.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of them in Texas. Texas is huge.
Texas,
Sound Evolution is great.
Sound Evolution.
Our
good friend,
Yeah. Which you can't remember his store.
I forgot the name of the store, but that's
Yeah. You're not a good friend. Cool.
I know.
Okay, so anyways, next question. Let's move on. Focal Elite passive crossovers. What ohm load does the crossover show at the amp? 2 or 4? If you're talking about Focal K2s, it's going to be 2.
2.
If you're talking about the 3-way set, it's going to be 2 and 4. But it's 2 ohm. But if you're talking about anything other than K2, it's 4 ohm. K2s are the only ones that do 4 ohm or 2 ohm. Hence the 2
new K2?
in K2. Yeah, that's why it's called a K2. Kevlar 2 ohm. That was the name. If you've ever wondered, it just accident that it was also mountains, But yeah, no, it's 2 ohm. That's what it means. So be careful. Don't bridge them on amplifiers. Don't make that mistake. No, it happens. It happens to the best of us. It's a good way to make it.
Reflective. There you go. Just type in that one. Bottom. No. Up. One more. Right there. There you go. He's in Houston, reflective sound. See, it's like reflecting. That was the reflecting thing that didn't come in my mind. I'm just lying, bro. I'm sorry.
That's so sad.
Why? I'm honest.
What was it? PPF? PPG?
PPG? I don't know
PPG,
what you say.
PPF, whatever you want. It's all that.
Whatever you guys install. All right.
2024 F-150 Crew Cab bass, 6 speakers. Should I only upgrade front stage with the Focal 6.5 components and a key 200.4 amp and maybe leave it at that? Make sure you get a key lock, though. Put a key lock in front of it. So key lock, 200.4. Key lock, 200.4. Okay. Tap into the front door speakers. We have a harness. PAC makes a harness. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you have a harness for that. When you say leave it at that, do you don't like subwoofers? I would add a sub. That to me, that to me is bread and butter front stage with sub upgrade. So you do a key lock, okay? You do a key lock, all right, to fix the front left and right. 200.4 front stage upgrade, 6x9s, tweeters, awesome. And then I get like either the P300T, the wedge. Yep. Slide it up underneath that back seat. Life is great. And I'm pulling it right off of the key lock, so everything is coming off of front. So it's like it couldn't be any better. Mm-hmm. At some point, Kicker will come back out with their amplified shallow mount downfiring subwoofer, we hope. And that was really nice. We put a lot of those in those things, but the Rockford should fit. Yeah. But I feel like you gotta have a sub. Now, if you want this to be easy, like if you're like, I just wish this was easy. If you like for the whole key lock thing, like you don't feel like screwing with that, you might want to head over to Sounds Good Car Stereo. Mm-hmm. Sage and the boys at Sounds Good Car Stereo sell a package that you just plug it in. Like it's all set and ready to go. T-harness, the whole 9 yards. Pre-tuned, amp rack, the whole, yeah. So Sounds Good Car Stereo. They do it for you. Yeah. It's really sweet. I'm just going to switch
my F250 6x9s to the Focal ISU and my 6.5 to the Focal.
OEM head unit, no amp, no sub. Mine is made up. That's a great system, by the way. We've done that a bunch of times. It's very nice. It sounds good. That tweeter, it's the tweeter, bro. It's the tweeter that really makes that bitch sing because it goes from that really boring Ford tweeter up to that. You're going to love it. It's going to sound fantastic. That's a simple enough upgrade to do in that vehicle to make it sound the way you want. Sometimes you win, and that's a winner. Do you guys know if CarPlay can be added to the factory head unit in a 2015 Chrysler 300 without losing heated, cool settings? So if you're just trying to add, okay, so like he's going to say, if you're just trying to add CarPlay to the existing radio, you might be able to use
RDBFL, RDBFL.com.
They might make an add-on unit for that. Otherwise, Metra is the only one that makes that dash kit for that car, which we've done one. It works.
Yeah.
Because it mounts the radio down lower. Pack makes the high 10 dash kit for it that mounts a big high 10 up in the top.
Uh-huh.
I think that works as well.
Yeah.
It keeps the seat heaters, if that's what we're looking at. So,
all right.
Hey guys, what do you like for subwoofer enclosures in a 2017 Tacoma double cab? Are there any decent prefab options, or is
removing the rear panels and custom enclosure is the way to go?
So you always got to remove the rear panels, just because, like we're talking behind the seat, those always have to come off. But I think Fox Acoustics makes a box for this. That's if it should. That's the one I'm thinking about. Fox Acoustics.
Fox Acoustics.
I think they have a 210s box that goes right behind the seat.
Says, ding, 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 ding.
Or boom, 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 boom. But yeah, try those guys out. Will the Exelon and JVC use same harnesses to swap out easily? Both made since 2020. So technically, yes, they both use the same harnesses. However, they don't use the same harnesses in the line, meaning depending on where you're at in the line, they change the harness. So they have a basic harness and an advanced harness. And the way you can tell is that the radios that take the CMOS camera controller are the advanced harness. So if the radio says it works with CMOS like 300 something camera, that's one harness. And the ones that don't work with the CMOS is a simpler harness. So you'd have to check that out. Where are we at?
You're late
for a very important date.
All right.
I was going to say, you okay to grab that?
Oh, of course,
okay.
Man.
I have an F-150 and I installed a PAC AP4 FD21, but the remote turn on won't turn the amps off. Okay, so here's the thing. When you say it won't turn the amps off, how long have you waited and have the doors been closed? Because that's the most important thing.
Just hold it, bud.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
So the reason why I say that is that the way the Amp Pros are designed to work is they have remote turn on output, but they work off of the factory radio actually turning on and off. The radio doesn't turn on and off with the car. It turns on and off by itself. So when you walk up the car and hit disarm, it actually starts booting up the radio and the radio turns on. If you pull on the door handle and the dome light turns on, it starts powering up the radio. It's always done that. It has never not done that. The difference is you can't see it because the screen is controlled by the key. So when the key goes off and the screen goes dead, that is not the radio shutting off. That's like you hitting the monitor button on your PC at home. That's all it's doing. The computer's still running in the background. Typically in a Ford, shut the doors, lock it, and with about 3 to 4 minutes, that's right, 3 to 4 minutes, the amplifiers will shut off. Now, that's fine. It's normal. It's not going to hurt anything because what the amplifier is actually doing, as soon as the amplifier doesn't sense audio, if it's a good amplifier, it'll go into low current mode. Low current mode means it shuts everything off except for its monitoring ability to see if there's something coming into the amplifier. So it goes down to like milliamps of current draw, which means it's not like it's drawing 200 amps of current or 50 or 30 or 15 or 10. It's not enough to, it's literally enough to keep that LED on so that it annoys the piss out of you, thinking that your amplifiers are on. So like if you go out 20 minutes later to see if the amplifiers are off and you open the door, guess what happens? The amplifiers turn back on. Yeah. If you hit unlock, the amplifiers turn back on. If you touch the vehicle or hit the handle, the amplifiers will turn back on.
Yeah.
Now they may stay on for, like you're not starting the car, so they may like only stay on for a minute or two, and they'll go into sleep mode. Your Ford wakes up all night long. Like if you were to sleep in the garage with your car, it would scare the crap out of you. When we have an F-150 or a Bronco or any Ford sitting in here when we have to do stuff late at night, this thing is the most nerve-wracking vehicle on the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. It constantly wakes up and goes to sleep all night long. It's like a 60-year-old restless husband with a small bladder and he has to pee all night.
Yeah.
Okay, it is nerve-wracking. Okay, and every time it does that, It's doing a check of some kind that is waking it up, going back to sleep. So that would be the first thing I've checked. Now, if for some reason it is honestly not working, like you shut the door, typically leave the seat down so you can look in there through the tint and see if the amplifiers are dead, great. If not, you might want to invest in something like an ING3.
Mm-hmm.
The ING3 is a current sensing circuit that will only turn the amplifiers on when the engine is running. And then when you turn it off, it'll keep them on for 10 seconds, and then they'll shut off.
What I would do is roll the window down, whatever it is easy to see the amplifier, put the seat down, whatever, and lock it. Take the keys inside the house, and then come back, and like 5 minutes, the latest I can see is like 5 minutes it takes to go to sleep an F-150. Go back, don't touch it, don't just try to open it, just go pick on it, and you will see that the lights off.
Okay, this
Yes, what is that?
is the, hold on, let me hide this. This is the Space Series subwoofer enclosure built by Audio Control. This is the finger over here. It is space because, as you can see, it is very tiny. It is covered in rhino liner here on the top and bottom, and it is covered with a rubberish vinyl through the center to give it that nice look. The logo down here is made out of metal. When I turned it sideways, you saw that metal piece there, and guess what? There's another one right there. These are the mounting brackets. Speaking of bracketry, it comes with push-down terminals like you've used to seen, but hiding underneath this is an XTC connector,
XT90.
XT90 connector that it comes with in the box. So if you want to solder and a plug, you don't want to have little speaker wires on here, you want to make it look ultra cool, you can do that. But this guy comes in the 10 and the 12. Now, if you're like, bro, I got tons of room, then you need the Spike series. Same basic look, just now it's a bigger conventional box. And you can find these where, Fernando? Where?
And audiocontrol.com. Go to your browser and type audiocontrol.com.
Or just ask your, AI assistant to do it for you.
Oh, that's scary.
What the hell is all that?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
All right. So back to the right there.
Hi. Any downside to? Can we delete it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Any downside to installing the 958XR into a 2017 Platinum with Sony system and 360 camera, or just integrate it with the Amp Pro? Oh. So if you do a 958 XR, that's a premium product. So you're going to want the iData interface. So you want to do an RR or an RR2, whichever one works for you, as well as the MFT1 kit. That's it. That's really where you're at. You're going to want those adapters. Yep. But I would replace the radio. Are you planning on doing any other upgrades in there, like bypassing the Sony system? I would definitely get rid of the Sony system. It's 2017. But no, iData is your choice, and then go for it. Battery relay isolator thing would be cool for a system you played during a cookout. How hard are they to do? So there are some actually pretty evolved relays now. The problem is this. Okay, so check it out. Here's the deal.
I'm checking it out.
Your car stereo was never made to be played through a cookout. All right.
What?
It draws way too much current for the amount of battery you have in the car, right? So a Bluetooth speaker is your friend. That's why they've become so popular, and they're really nice sounding. If you have one battery in your car, and you have one amplifier in your car, and let's say it has 120 amps of fusing on it, my guess is you're going to open the doors, it's going to turn on the dome light. Even if you could turn off the dome light, life is good. But the ignition is on, so the car is ready to go. So the body control module is up and running, and everything's going on. Everything's ready to start. If you have turn back, no cars have turn back anymore, so we don't have that. And now we are going to crank it up because we need to be able to hear it, and we need to play those subwoofers. So they're immediately going to start drawing amperage. So let's be simple, and let's say it only draws 100 amps per hour.
Okay.
Which it's not. It's going to draw way more than that. Your battery's going to be dead in about 15, 20 minutes. That's it. So let's say you add a second battery. Okay, cool. So now what you have to do is, if you want to do what you're talking about, we have to put our radio on a secondary run over to that battery so that we can turn it on and off without the car being on. And then we have to isolate the front and the rear batteries from talking to one another so that the rear battery goes dead in an hour, but you can still start up and drive away. Or you just buy a Bluetooth speaker and you can play all day.
What about buying a power supply? You know, what we normally in the shows.
So if you buy a power supply yes.
connected to your battery, and then you can play it.
Yes, so that would be the next thing, would be you need to be able to plug it into the wall and treat it like a portable Bluetooth speaker. So you have to, now there again, you have to figure out how much amperage am I going to be drawing, and I have to get a power supply that'll power my car. So, but if you're at a cookout, like you're at like the Causeway over here cooking out, guess what? There's no plugs to plug into.
What the heck?
So you have a dead battery. So you need batteries, right? So if you have a pickup truck, just fill the bed up with 3 or 4 batteries, and the batteries will give you a longer playtime. That's what you do with like the cars with the stunt walls that play the crazy all day long. Just they got lots of batteries.
Power generator, bro.
Lots of batteries. Hook up a little Honda, plug it into the wall. Good call. No, that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work for sure. Thank you, Fang. Hey guys.
Hey.
I got a 2020 Mustang GT with premium sound. I want to keep factory radio, but would like to replace speakers and add sub. Any suggestions on speakers, amps, and crossovers? So that's a fully active system in that vehicle. Yeah. The nice thing is that because it's a 2020 Mustang, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. If you want to keep the factory radio, you can. It's iData compatible, both replacing the factory radio and not replacing the factory radio. So as far as integrating into it, you can go with the DSR1 from iData, Rockford iData, which will, the amplifier's up in the passenger driver's front kick panel. You can unplug it. DSR1 can go there, or you can do an Arc Audio PSM Pro or Blackbird or any other DSP amplifiers using the iData AR to integrate into one of those. That is a must. You have to do that. Now, how that system is designed, the tweeter and the mid-range are both connected to channel 1. The mid-bass is connected to channel 2, and the rear speakers are connected to 3 and 4. The center is connected to, 6, 5, and 6, 7. And if it has the extra sub in the back, that would be 8, okay? So it does have a center channel, which means it's a lot of fun. It's a simple enough upgrade. We do have a bunch of videos on that particular car. You're going to need, like, if you want to replace the speakers, our most popular upgrade is the Focal Flax. You're going to need custom panels for the whole car because the panels that currently exist don't fit. And you can't just unscrew the 3.5, as tempting as it is, and put a new one in. It'll hit the door panel. So, it's not easy. It's not an ezy car. It is an easy car. It's not an easy car. That's the only bad part. But yeah, check out some of the videos we have on that one. D6100 audio control is channels 5 and 6 bridge. They want to send power to 112, or is it better to use the smaller sub 2 ohm on each channel? No, you can bridge it to a 12. I mean, when that amplifier was all there was before the D5 1300 came out, like, we bridge that thing all the time onto a 12, onto 210s. It's plenty of power. It's nowhere near as much power as the D5 1300, but it is enough to power a 12 perfectly fine. For sure. Sounds Good Stereo is in Tennessee. Yes. Listen, they ship.
Station the voice.
Yeah. I watched your guys' Focus RS stereo system install years ago. If the option to switch out the Rockford DSR1 for the Blackbird, would you guys have done that? If you would have gone with the, we would totally do the Blackbird now. Yeah,
when we have them.
The Blackbird didn't exist. Yeah, it didn't exist back then. I would totally have done the Blackbird. Because what we ended up doing is basically creating a Blackbird with multiple pieces. So I'd have just done the Blackbird. Yeah. Or the PSM Pro, maybe the same amplifiers. Either way. Rockford, T2 components, front, T2. They don't make a T2 coaxial, make a T1 coaxial. On an old 2002 Rodeo, no DSP, no sub, just going with factory replacement. 1 amp to use, recommendations. I mean, you could go Rockford. Look at the mini power T's would be really nice. No. It's why would you do 750? It's a mono amp. He's not doing a subwoofer.
What is the 5-channel amplifier?
The 404? No, he's not doing a subwoofer. He's looking for a 4-channel. So that's a 1005 is the 5-channel. It's a T1005. They have a T750.1. They have a T400.4.
With the 800.4. Ooh.
That's an M.
I know.
800.4.
Which is one.
You also have the R series amplifiers that you can go to if you're looking to do a little bit more on a budget. So you have the R404, 504, and a 604. So yeah, anyone wants to do, and then you also have the I wouldn't do that one, the PRB 404. I'd stay away from that, especially with those big PBR.
Yeah,
404.
Yes.
Yeah.
PRB.
No, it's different. No, it's. Stop talking.
No, you say the PRB.
No, I said the PBR.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
PBR.
said the PBR. You say the PRB.
I didn't say the PRB.
Okay.
I'll check tonight. Super sticker. What's up? You're welcome. Thank you,
Jesus.
Thank you so much.
All right. I'm always right.
So hold on. It sounds good. No longer does one-off builds. They only sell kits now. That is not a true statement. They actually do one-off builds. If you want to ship them your car, they will gladly do a one-off build. If you want to pay them, they will do a one-off build and fly out to you and install it too. So it's entirely up to you. He's done all of those things, but yes, they still do one-off builds all the time in the facility.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
of course they do. It is fun.
You should ship your car.
Oh, ship my car up to Tennessee?
Sage.
Yeah. Let them. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Not going to happen. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Where are we at? Okay, we still got time for like one more question.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Any advantage of using separate subs in highs amps versus the 5-channel if they are the same or close to the same rating? No, I would prefer the 5-channel. To me, the fewer pieces I have to put in the car, the better. Run into less chances for failure. So less chances for noise, less chances for things not working out, less chance of other failures. So yeah, if I could do a 5-channel, I'm going to do a 5-channel, 100%. So instead of a 4 and a mono, I would much rather do a 5-channel every time. Every time. I'm a big fan of the TV VCR combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. O2 or 2020, 2022 Ford Escape. Can I install amps and subs fairly easy? Thank you. All right, fairly easy is a relative term, right? Can we? Yeah, of course we can. It's what we do for a living. Can you? Don't know. Don't know your level of expertise. Don't know what you're capable of handling. Is there stuff to do it? Sure, there's stuff to do it. PAC makes a T-harness. Metro makes a T-harness. Metro makes a T-harness with a DSP. So there's plenty of things to make your job a little easier out there. So maybe, yeah, go for it. I'm a big fan of testing things out and pushing yourselves to the limits, because why would you not? Do you have any feedback on using USA acoustic power amplifiers to power some? I don't even know what USA acoustic amplifiers are. Nope, got nothing. I'd have to look it up. It sounds old.
US acoustics, no?
US acoustics. Yeah, either way. It's, yeah. Are the 0.0 THD ratings accurate? Do they really sound that good? Do I have time to see what? USA. US acoustics. Images. Okay, Safari can't open that. Why can't Safari open it? Go back. Oh, because the network lost connection. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, let's go back to this. Come on. These can't be the. Oh, No, these can't be them. US Acoustics. Oh, those don't look very good.
It's not like the new ones.
I mean, looks like an amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that brand. That's and I don't want to. I've never used it, so I got nothing on that. But that's what we got. Hey guys, it's that time of the day again. We have to say goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in and playing with us today. If we didn't get to your question, as always, I'm sorry. We try to do our best to hit all the talking points that we can. However, we'll be back Saturday to try again to give you guys some more useful information in making your choices for the right car stereo equipment, and or just tuning in to have fun. I feel that's what it's all about.
This one is gonna get a Hertz Mealy.
We'll tell you all about it tomorrow. We'll come on to Instagram, which is also a great place to ask questions. We'll come on tomorrow and we'll tell you what we did to this. We didn't today because we were like, we're hit a good stride today. It was a mission. We were on a mission to get this stuff done. We have an end game here. We have to end the week and get the heck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not coming tomorrow.
We're coming tomorrow. We have to be here all week. So that's what we got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a safe week.
Bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
See ya.